And to me, this looks like a pretty legit contract. Hey sugar plums, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a fucking crazy story that happened to me. This happened probably about a month ago. I need some lip gloss.
Let's go.
The entire process just took such a long amount of time. Long story short, I was scammed out of like $8,000 from Adidas. I received an email from this guy named Director Mark. And he goes, "Hello, I am Annie Libwitz, CEO, Annie Libwitz Photography. I went through your works via Instagram, and I'm glad to inform you that we are interested in working with you. We are interested in both male and female professionals for a sales commercial coming up, which includes a video advert and a cooperative photo shoot. Interested models will be available or required to email back with a brief introduction and 2 recent work pictures. Be sure to include your current location, phone number, and all that for immediate booking." And it listed the times: event date 1, November 23rd and 24th, event date 2, November 29th and November 30th. And I'm actually just going to insert a clip here. So obviously, like, my first reaction was like, why is Adidas even reaching out to me? Like, this is so weird. Like, I don't know, I just wasn't expecting Adidas to reach out to me, if you know what I mean, because I'm more into like the makeup and all. Yeah, my brand is more makeup related and beauty, skincare, fashion. So when Adidas hit me up, I was kind of confused because Adidas is like a huge company. And the entire time I was just kind of confused at why they were interested in me, if you know what I mean. Obviously I responded back with like a few pictures of me, a little introduction, etc. So then the guy responds, "Thanks for reaching out in regards to the upcoming shoot notice. It would be an honor to work with you. Annie Libwitz Photography. We are one of the leaders in professional photography, specializing in portrait and commercial photography. We have built a distinguished reputation for providing quality servicing or producing a superior product with highly trained staff or professionals. We have both the knowledge and expertise to create and capture the perfect image of you. And here we are again calling for an upcoming commercial to market collective first quarter year sales." Honestly, I'm not going to read this, it's just too much to read, but I'm going to insert all the like emails and stuff. So long story short, they tell me that they're interested in me, and I got picked. So I got picked based off like my pictures, and they wanted to shoot with me, and I was going to be in Adidas's upcoming commercial shoot. So this is where it gets crazy. Obviously I'm really excited. I start texting my boyfriend, I text my parents. I'm like, you guys know I don't talk to my parents that often, so for me to text my parents, it's like a really big deal. Obviously they were like, a little skeptical, kind of just very confused at why Adidas was reaching out to me. So they're just like, why is Adidas hitting me up, you know? And then we're emailing back and forth for like a few days, and then they start telling me the total money paid for the job is $8,000 tax deductible, and you will get $500 as your advance upfront booking fee, and balance of USD $7,500 will be paid immediately after. They're supposed to send me $500 in the mail to kind of secure like my position or secure my spot in the commercial shoot, and then after the shoot I was gonna get like $7,500, you know what I mean? So it sounded good. I'm still a little like, what? I'm just gonna wait for the check to come in for me to actually believe this, you know what I mean? A day or two later, I get an email of a contract from Adidas, and I'll insert the contract here. And actually, maybe I can go find it. So I found the contract. So they sent me this contract, as you can see, to Adidas, and then it kind of just confirms everything that we talked about over email. This looks like a pretty legit contract. They sent this over email. I had to sign it and scan it back to them. So I'm like, alright, this has to be real. Like, what company would ever like make a fake contract up and have me scan it back over? You know what I mean? So obviously at this point I'm like, okay, it's real, it has to be legit. Why else would I have to sign and like send this contract back? I lost the signing paper, but I did wind up signing like right here. Literally, guys, look, I'm gonna leave this up here for a while. This is literally the Adidas contract. And like, me and my boyfriend, my brother, are all freaking out. We're just like my glam ass is about to be all over Adidas. I'm gonna be in a pink fucking tracksuit or pink jumpsuit with like pink Adidas sneakers and like a diamond choker. That's the vision I had. And I kind of believed it because I thought Adidas was being more inclusive, you know what I mean? For someone like me to be a part of a campaign like that was very different. So I thought that maybe Adidas was opening up their brand to different kinds of people, and I thought I was going to be one of the first few people to join that. So I was like really honored and stuff. This is where it gets super juicy. So probably about a week later, I received a check. And remember how the check was supposed to be $500, wound up being $3,000. So I'm like, what the hell? And I know you guys probably think I'm making this shit up, but I swear to God, in my entire life, like, this is legit, like, $3,000. So I'm like, what? Like, I thought I was getting $500. I mean, I'll take the $3,000, but I thought this was going to be a $500 check, and then I thought I'd get the $7,500 after, you know? So I'm like, okay, this is weird. I forgot to mention this part. Me and the guy are texting. I still have his number. Me and the guy are texting, and he has an LA number, so I'm like, okay, this makes sense. You're in LA. Like, that's where Adidas' like headquarters is. So I'm like believing this shit. Like, believing this shit. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, but believing this shit. There are our messages at the top. And he's just pretty much saying, hey, did I receive the check? This and that. And I'm like, yeah, I did receive the check. And he's like, okay, awesome. And then I thought we were like kind of good to go. And then he started texting me a lot. And he's like, make sure you don't cash a check. Make sure you deposit it in like the next day or two. And I'm kind of just like, if you guys are paying me, why the fuck do you care about when I plan on cashing the check? 1, 2, why can't I cash the check? 3, why does it have to be deposited into my account? 4, like, why are you telling me to do anything with my money? You know what I mean? Like, if you're paying me, what's the rush for me cashing it? You guys paid me for a service. As you guys know, if you work a normal job, like, you might get a check and they're not up here telling you to cash that check right away, and like, make sure you cash it, deposit it into your account. So this is right before Thanksgiving, guys. This is all right before Thanksgiving. So I'm like, this is crazy. I don't know what to do. So I decided to pack up the contract. I decided to pack up the check, and I went home for Thanksgiving, and I knew I'd be around all my family, and I knew that my family would like kind of guide me in the right direction with this whole thing. After talking to my parents, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, they all decided that I should not cash a check because it just sounded really sketchy and it sounded really weird. Then I wind up calling the guy back, and then he was on the phone, and he sounded like he was from a different country. I don't know, he just sounded like not what I was expecting him to sound like, if you know what I mean. I don't know, so this drove me to do a little bit more research on the guy. So I looked up his name, Director Mark, and he actually came up on Google as something with Adidas. And I'm kind of just like, so I'm just like, leave. I don't know if I'm being fucking pranked. I don't know if I'm being like, I don't know if this is serious. And it's like, if this is serious, I don't want to miss this opportunity. What if it is real and I'm like, it's fake kind of thing? And like, I missed out on this really big opportunity. So I'm like, I like literally stressed out for like a week after, and I kind of came to the decision not to cash a check. So I wind up leaving the check home, which is why I don't have it here. I live like pretty much 2 hours away from like my parents' house about this because I wasn't sure if it was legit or not, you know what I mean? And for the like 90% of the time, I thought it was very legit. I thought it was a real thing, so I didn't want to talk about it, and I didn't want to talk too soon on it. That's why for a good month, literally for a good month, I was just like, I do not know what to do, and like I wanted to talk to you guys about it so bad, but I didn't want to talk about it and then have Adidas or whatever find the video. I never cashed a check. I was too scared. Number 2, his address was in Delaware, which is where I'm from, so I thought that was weird. I was wondering if someone like back home from Delaware was like trying to like scam me out of some money, you know, I'm from Delaware too. And actually the address was like not too far from where I lived. It probably was like 10-15 minutes away from like where my parents live. So I thought that was really, really weird too. What do I even do right now? Like, do I cash a check and deal with the issues later and hope it's actually legit, or do I just not cash a check and just see, you know? And I just ultimately decided not to cash a check just because something smelled really, 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 really fishy. And I'm kind of like happy that I decided not to cash a check, but I'm also pissed that I was so excited and looking forward to this whole Adidas shoot, you know what I mean? Like, I never thought about working with Adidas, but I mean, who wouldn't work with Adidas? And I kind of just thought I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about the time I got scammed by Adidas. Adidas. Literally. Like, I just came on here to tell you guys about that because I am not happy. So Adidas, if you see this, I'm actually down to collab with the real people. I don't know who tried scamming me out of some money. I don't know who thought I would fall for that. And I don't know who even does stuff like that. Like, who makes up a contract, a fake contract at that? Have you scammed them? Have you scammed them? If it's fake, like who do I send the contract to is my question. I'm just happy I didn't put my social security number on anything. I'm happy that I didn't put anything like crazy personal. And that's another thing, they weren't asking for any like banking information, and they weren't asking for anything really personal, you know? So I like didn't really think anything of it. I'm like, they're not asking for anything personal and pay me money, you know? So like, I wasn't, like most scams, they're usually like asking for your banking account numbers and stuff like that. Usually you can smell a scam from a mile away, but this one was really, really, really hard to detect. It had me, my boyfriend, and my brother literally believing it for a good like month. And I'm not even kidding you guys, like a good month. So I went on a diet to make sure I looked the best I could ever look if I'm going to be on Adidas, but it just sucks that it's actually not happening, and I kind of feel like a little upset because I did want to work with Adidas, but it's fine. There's always bigger and better opportunities. Probably not, but you get what I'm saying. There's always other opportunities, and yeah, this is the time I got scammed by Adidas. This is the time I got scammed by Adidas. This is the time I got scammed by Adidas. But yeah, thank you, Sugar Pumps, for watching. I love you all so much, and stay tuned for my next Vlogmas. And my birthday's coming up, so I'm gonna have some really, really fun things to post in the next week or so. So stay tuned. And I love you, Sugar Pumps, so much. Make sure to enter all my giveaways. They're all posted on Instagram. And I love you, boo, so much.